Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Sims 3 Warrior Cats Create Your Cat series. For those who don't know, might be watching this on YouTube and are new, or just tuning into the stream, this is a little series I do where I take cats that the viewers have submitted, whether it's like in the YouTube comments or via the submission form in the description of the YouTube videos, and I do my best to create the cats that they submit within The Sims 3. Now these can be cats that like they've created off the top of their heads, they can be original characters, based off of cats they've actually seen or own in real life, basically anything, and I will do my best to create them. And at a certain point, they will be added to the world of my Warriors Challenge that I do over on YouTube. They can be like rogues, kitty pets, former clan cats, any background basically. And after a certain amount of time, I will start rotating the cats within the Sims 3 game, and there's a chance that your cats might show up. Now, I can't do kits because the game doesn't like have an option to select kits. I might do that at some points in the very future. As usual, I always go through the cats on the submission form first, and those are selected at random. And then after I do that, I take cats that are on the list and I do those in chronological order. But anyway, the first cat on submission form is Belle, submitted by, let me actually scroll and see who was submitted by, because for some reason it's at the very bottom, by Jackie8232. So let me go ahead and get started on Belle. So the first cat is Belle. And Belle is Molly. And what is Belle's background? I gotta keep like scrolling back and forth. Loner. Let's see, Belle is a Molly. She has a white base coat with big yellow and orange spots, has orange tipped ears and a tail, has medium hair length and a rather big build despite her friendly face, has long ears that come to a point, as well as dark green eyes with a hint of dark blue. So that's gonna be some fun. So let's go ahead. Let's see, so she's got a bigger build and a friendly face. American long hair is like the first one that comes to mind for that. Because, like, look at that face. I can definitely play around with that. That'll be cute. And then a white base coat, if we just kind of scroll down. So, white base coat. We can kind of tweak the white to, like, another sort of color. Maybe not quite that bright, but like that. And kind of mix in some other colors that kind of fade. If I do something like on the spine, perhaps. Kind of do a pale orange and kind of fade that. Or I could do something that has like the two colors, like that. You can switch the brown with more of a yellow color. What the heck is this song? I'm switching this song. There, this is better. This is better song, okay. So we can... That definitely gives her a lot more of like a bit of a textured look. I can even like kind of do something like that. There we go. Can bring that up front like that. Yeah, that can be fun. So she has big yellow and orange spots. So, first up, there's some big spot markings like this. If I go ahead and like kind of bring that up there, and kind of change that shade of orange a little bit. And make that shade of yellow a little bit more like so. I kind of like that a little bit more personally. can kind of bring that over there. Something like that. It's kind of a little basic. I could also do like something like that. I really like the one that's like a marking inside of a marking, I'll be completely honest. Something like that. And she's looking cool. Yeah, she is. Actually, let me grab one of the face markings. Kind of want to do this, and that can kind of work. Or I might actually want to switch those around, to be completely honest. This one was like this shade of orange, but kind of darkened a little bit. And I'll lower the opacity, because why not? It works, it works. And honestly, if I take this and put it underneath everything, and then lower the opacity on that, it could definitely like turn out really cool. So she has orange tipped ears and a tail, so if I go up here and do, where's the ears? She kind of looks like an odd calico. Yeah, I really like it, honestly. Okay, we're gonna bring up that orange. There we go. So she's got the orange tipped ears and then an orange tipped tail. Like so. It's really fun, honestly. Really like the really unusual look. So she has a medium fur length. I think that this is a little bit more on the long side. Yep, where's more medium. You can kind of tweak a little bit as well with like some other types. A little bit of fluffy. Give it a little bit of texture like that. That, I just feel like I could like run my fingers through that fur at this point, honestly. That is very pretty. And let's see. From there, we can go to shape. She has a bigger build. So, despite the fact that she's no longer fluffy, we can go to cat size and kind of bring her up. Can kind of increase body thickness a little bit. Tail thickness, we can give it a little bit of a tweak there. Next scale, I'm gonna bring that in just a tad. I genuinely really like the way that she looks like this. So we can go to the head shape. She has a very friendly face, it says. Kind of do that. Her eyes are a dark green with a hint of dark blue. So we can go here, kind of start off by adding in some of the green coloring. And this can be a dark blue color. If I put this like more at teal, this can be kind of tweaked a little towards teal as well. And then the hint of dark blue. Like so. Gonna tweak that a little towards the blue as well, actually. That is actually a very, very pretty color. So she's got like those very friendly looking eyes. Might need to bring them back a bit because they look like they're kind of popping out of her head. Muzzle shape. Where's muzzle? Yeah, shape. Can be kind of more, a little bit more up. Muzzle height. Bridge height, bridge depth. We can kind of just sort of play with that. It works. Then for the ears, they need to be a lot more on the pointy side. And then a bit longer. Long pointy ears. I think that works. I really think that kind of works for her. Nose, we can bring a little bit more towards pink. Yeah, this is a very different look, but it's actually like really pretty. I enjoy that. I really enjoy that. So, her personality is that she is neat and playful, however is very moody and always thinks negatively, so she's also gloomy. And her background is that Belle lived with her parents until she was 4 moons old. She made a dumb decision to go out and explore by herself, but she unfortunately got bit by a poisonous snake. A rogue happened upon her on the brink of death, and he managed to save her life, just barely. She stayed with the Tom until she was 8 moons and went off on her own. Since then, she's never gotten involved with other cats. Due to the snake incident, she's deathly afraid of snakes. Just the sight of one makes her almost faint. Definitely something we're going to keep in mind. I'm going to give her a slightly higher meow. So, she is neat and playful, but also moody. So I'm going to... There's not really a moody thing, but we have skittish. We also have playful and neat. Aw, she is a pretty cat. So, this is Belle, who was submitted by Jackie8232. So, submitted by Jackie8232. So thank you so much, Jackie8232, for submitting Belle. And I'm going to skip this song and move on to the next cat really quick. Alright, this next cat, also submitted by Jackie8232, is Sage, who is a non-binary kitty pet. So Sage, let me go ahead and type in Sage kitty pet. Let's see, Sage is a non-binary kitty pet. Unfortunately, non-binary is not an option they show here, but I'm going to stick with this because they are capable of having kits in the future, is what they put down. Whether or not they do have kids is a different story, but they are capable, so... let's see. Sage's appearance is light brown, a light brown or orangish brown base coat with dark red mixed in. Has a white sock on the front right leg that comes up to their shoulder. Also has a white sock on their back right leg, that only covers the paw. Has a semi-small build with very short fur. Has a petite nose and light brown eyes. Immediately what comes to mind is an Abyssinian, honestly, because like the reddish brown fur could make that like lighter, very petite build, with like very short fur. That's what immediately comes to mind. So we can play with the Abyssinian. And I'm gonna have to just delete everything anyway. Well, because it just automatically goes back to the gray base. But we can play with a kind of reddish brown, light brown, light reddish brown. That's more of a pinkish brown. It's not really so much of a... A light reddish brown. Let's see, reddish brown is kind of like... Could, like... It's more of a ginger, almost. Might have to, like, bring it to a light brown... And kind of play around with that, like, some, like, base markings. The thing I normally do. Let's see, I can take that. Lower the opacity on there. I can do the same on the opposite side. I feel I'm gonna like with dark red mixed in. Yeah, light brown base coat with dark red mixed in. Okay, yeah, I can definitely play with that. And I'm skipping this song. Sure, this one's better. I think what I can do is like just keep on building up with what I normally do. If I just keep building up like more like the faded markings on top of each other, what I could eventually get. One time when you heard light brown cat, thought of a cat made out of sand and it was just aw. Little sand cat. That sounds adorable. So we can tweak that down a little bit. Then if I do this, kind of bring that up. And that I can kind of start bringing more towards like a reddish color. This I can actually kind of like spread. Definitely needs to like go like like that. And if I get like the eyes, like there's like those eye markings I can implement. Something like that. See, I could probably like tweak this to like a different sort of I feel like I need to tweak this so it's a little less rose and a little more something else. That actually does kind of work a little bit better, if I'm completely honest. And that can also kind of be spread on this side. This can kind of also be sort of spread. Just trying to get like the dark red to kind of mix in a way that makes sense. Because I have seen like dark red cats before. It's just a matter of making it look realistic. And I've seen like dark red cats. Like if you've seen Lark in my Warriors series, Lark is about like the shade of red that I've actually seen in like dark red cats in real life. It's pretty crazy shade of red, but it exists. See if I just keep building on top of it with like more and more markings. That kind of works, and I can probably like add for the ears. The same shade of dark red right there. And you know what, maybe even like or this, I can probably like lighten up. That's kind of fun to play with. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of enjoy this. It's a very unusual look, but it's a very fun look. See, anything else I want to do for you? A light brown base with the dark reds mixed in. Orangish brown. Okay, I thought it said reddish brown. It's an orangish brown. Okay. So orangish brown. That still works. Or, well, this can be tweaked a little bit more towards orange. This can also be tweaked a little bit more towards orange. And then it turns to more of a red. Okay. It's a very different look, but it works. Then let's see, white sock on front right leg. So front right leg that goes all the way up to their shoulder. So right here. Got a sock that goes all the way up. Another sock that only covers the paw on the back, right? Yeah. Back right leg that only covers the paw. There we go. Nothing about the left side, so okay. Has a semi-small build with short fur. We've got the short fur right here. Like, we've literally got... Yeah. We've got a very short fur cat here. I could even make the fur even shorter. So, let me go ahead and go to body shape, your smaller cat. So, petite build, we couldn't give you like slightly shorter legs for petite build. And then body size small. Can make you small. Body thickness, kind of bring in head scale. Like head scale is a thing, yeah. We can kind of tweak to be a little bit smaller as well. Let's see. A petite nose, so can bring that like there. Let's bring the nose to that kind of that brown color. And the eyes are a light brown color, so let's go with like a light brown. And there we go. Kind of blends in a bit. Might tweak it a little bit. That kind of works. Yeah, that works. Alright. Anything I want to do for this? We can make the ears a little bit smaller, perhaps. It's a very different look, but it's actually a very cute look. Can even make the muzzle a little bit longer. That is honestly a very cute look for this cat. They look super cute. I love them. So, for personality, they are skittish, non-destructive, and a bit antisocial. So whichever Sims 3 trait is most accurate to that. They were born and raised a kitty pet. Both their mother and Two Legs were very strict growing up, which always had a negative effect on their self-worth. They always dreamed of running away, but have always been afraid to do so. Their mother has always disapproved of Sage's preferred pronouns and sexuality. And Sage is also pansexual, so gonna keep that in mind. So let's see. Traits, it says, are skittish, non-destructive, and a bit antisocial. Uh-oh, my other laptop, hang on. Okay, so skittish, non-destructive, and a bit antisocial. So non-destructive, skittish. Aww. And antisocial, shy kind of works. And so does independent. They prefer to be on their own and have more fun on their own. So I think independent works better than shy. Aw, they do look so cute, yeah. I'll go ahead and like do a slightly higher voice. And they were also submitted by Jackie8232. So submitted by Jackie8232. So thank you so much, Jackie, for submitting both Sage and Belle. So I'm gonna save these guys, and I'm gonna move on to one of the cats from the list. So give me just a second. Alright, this next cat was submitted by Little Nightmares, and this is Sahara. So let me go ahead and get started on Sahara. Sahara is a wanderer. Haven't had a wanderer in a while, that's fun. And it says, his fur is similar to an African wild dog. His build is tall and lanky, but pretty muscular. Has a short, stubby tail. So, tall and lanky, but muscular. So, what is a good cat? I think the build for the calico... If I make the calico build taller, that could work. Sahara, like the desert. They also look like an African wild dog, so... It could work. Like, if I make the calico build bigger, and I don't even have to use, like, the same colors, like, literally. So... delete marking. See, they have kind of like a tannish color, don't they? African wild dogs kind of have like a tan color for their base. And immediately I kind of feel like if I play around with this, one of these should be black. This should be like a much lighter color. And still a brown. Or maybe this should be more of a brown. And then this should be like a much lighter color. African wild dogs have an interesting sort of pattern. Maybe a little bit more towards the yellow. This could be interesting, at the very least. I might need to do like another pattern on top. With more of this, and if I make that black. That can definitely work. It's a very unusual look. Yeah, African wild dogs do kind of live in deserts, yeah. They've got some very fun looks. I think that's a little too much of the black. Is it just like building on top of each other? I don't want that. Okay, actually, if I do something like that and underneath, if I do something like this and then underneath, take one of these and go with like a not that, but like that. just trying my best to kind of like build up this sort of African wild dog thing with like all sorts of crazy patterns. Because they are really cool looking. Like, genuinely, I really love the way they look. It's so different, but it's cool. This could instead be... just like building up pattern over pattern over pattern just kind of creates this whole thing. I'm not even sure if I need to make the fur look more textured underneath, because look at this. Like, this is a wild look. I kind of like it. I kind of love it. Definitely need to do something about the paws, though. Like, one of these paws can be like this. Another paw could be black. One of the back paws could do something like, where's that? Can make that even lighter. And then like I can do like an even smaller one that is that dark brown. Like, this really works. This genuinely looks like super cool. I just love this. And this one I could just barely get the toes. Or I could do kind of reverse of what I did before, like... I can bring this one kind of up the leg. That is a fun look. That is genuinely a fun look. I just love this. This is just so wild and cool. I love it. And the eyes. It doesn't even say the eye color, but the eyes. Just look at... The eyes just kind of like make it. I don't even know if I want to change the eye color. Okay. So, you have a short, stubby tail. Gonna have to do that. Fur length. I've got short length. Add a little bit of density to the fur. This is just such a cool look, in all honesty. So tail, short and stubby. Still looks so cool. This is just genuinely like such a crazy looking cat. I love it. So, your build is tall and lanky, but pretty muscular. So, first up, cat size. Can kind of bring up. Let's see, body length we can increase. Body thickness can also kind of be increased for more muscular. Neck length can increase. Oh man, this is just like a really cool looking cat. There's just something so wild about how you look, buddy. I just love this. This look is like just so cool. Then the nose, I kind of want to bring to that brown color. The eyes just genuinely look like so cool. If I bring that like right there, something. This is kind of like a seafoam type of color right back here. I just love these eyes. Like, what the heck? These eyes are like just so cool. Okay, it actually has to have kind of like the darker look for the eyes to kind of have that jewel look to them. But yeah, I just want to keep the eyes like this in all honesty because these are so pretty. So, or I could technically probably change the eyes just slightly. That works. That works. So, if we go to personality, let's see. Sahara's traits are genius, hyper, and proud. Being born in the wild, he had to learn a thing or two to keep himself alive. He loves running across long open fields, which is why he can be most seen on Sun Clan territory. He's often boasting about how long he has had to survive on his own. So, genius, hyper, and proud. So we got genius right there. Everything seems to be slowing down a bit for you, buddy. You good? Maybe it's the number of patterns. Hyper. There we go. And proud. There we go. And you were submitted by Little Nightmares. So thank you so much, Little Nightmares, for submitting Sahara. So guys, thank you all so much for joining me for this episode of the Sims 3 Create Your Cat series. If you enjoyed watching, please go ahead and hit the like button and leave a comment down below letting me know what you think. If you want to submit your own cats, please go ahead and hit the link down in the description below, or you can leave one in the comments section. That will take me much longer to get to ones left in the comments. And thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Stay safe out there, everyone.